Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I bow down to the lotus feet of all the gurus who open the eyes of ignorance through the spear of knowledge and make us see the world. And my deep respect to all the educational leaders here, Aruna ma'am, Nagraj sir, Kalicharan sir, and all the faculty here. And my regards to all the undergraduate and the postgraduate students if there are here. On this Constitution Day, 26th November, which we recently constituted as the Constitution Day to celebrate and remember that we have to abide by the principles of Constitution. It's my honor and privilege to be here to address the gathering of people who are the future lawmakers of the country or law keepers of the country to be more specific. I don't know, some of you might even turn out to become lawmakers because many of the lawmakers of our country come from your fraternity. And rightly so, because people who are aware of the Constitution, people who are aware of the laws, and people who are aware of the nuances of the laws should be the people who make the laws. I want to focus on certain aspects of our national existence. My work is only towards national development, and it focuses on individual development to national development. Vyakti Nirmanadinda Rashtra Nirmana. Vyakti Nirman se Rashtra Nirman. That is the call of my Guru, Swami Vivekananda. He is my Guru and I surrender to his feet, and everything that I do is driven by the inspiration that Swami Vivekananda gives me. So I look at individuals, all of us, we have given unto ourselves the Constitution for taking care of certain dimensions of our life. A little bit exploration on what are the dimensions of our life, and is Constitution the only thing that can take care of all the dimensions of our life, is what I want to put it across in this audience, so that we move beyond trying to make Constitution a religious text, which cannot be changed, which cannot be altered, and which remains to be the way it is forever. Of late, see, I told you, I will only focus on things which are relevant for national development, which will ensure that things will move in a direction where everybody has equality of opportunities. Equality is an ideal concept. There cannot be equality among individuals, but there has to be equality in terms of opportunities. There has to be equality in terms of the treatment of people. Nobody should be disregarded, or nobody should be criticized or put down because of whatever differences they have with you. So that is what our Constitution ensures, that all of us are guaranteed with. This is a group of people who are privileged in the sense that you have got access to good education, you have got access to top class people here who are training you in the aspects of law and nation building. But most of the people in our country do not have access to the quality education and access to legal recourse, or legal remedy also, though it is assured by the Constitution. Do people really have the courage to seek legal remedy whenever they are in some distress? To appreciate the wonderful initiative that your School of Legal Studies, Reva University, has taken up, that you go out into the community and conduct legal help clinics. And I thank the leaders of this institution to have done such legal help clinics in our school also, where our community has benefited from that. So that outreach of people in the legal fraternity. In our medical profession, we always tell that community medicine is one of the branches of medicine. The first thing that we tell is you have to get out of your ivory towers and get into the community. Problems are there among the people. Problems are there in the hearts of people, in the minds of people, in the homes of people. So people who have the knowledge, skills, and expertise to solve problems should be in the community and work with people, understand what people are going through, and create solutions that are sustainable, create solutions that are relevant for the people. It is not solutions that are intellectually satisfying to the people who create those solutions within the ivory towers of their comfort. So getting out of the ivory tower of this beautiful campus of your comfortable existence here, and getting into the community and doing things which will make you connect with the community, understand the problems of the people firsthand, and think of possible solutions which is relevant to them. The relevance of your solutions to the people is what matters, and not how intellectually satisfied you are or how big you feel by your ego. The risk of professionals transforming into ego monsters is very high. A teacher is always respected by the students. A teacher who is constantly among the students who are obligated to respect the teacher starts feeling that I am the biggest. Nobody can question me. The risk is real for the teachers. The risk is real for the doctors. Where people come to you, they request you to help, and you are always in the giving position, and that has a risk of building that ego uh, aura around you. To break that needs constant grounding. Lawyers have that possibility to the highest, because people come to you with distress of their life. They have conflicts, and they come to you and they seek help. And when they seek help, you are constantly in the position and the power. You have the power to dictate terms to them. You can tell them what to do, what not to do. They will listen to you, they will follow you. Now we tend to become larger than life. So my suggestion to all the emerging lawyers here is, all of you will do well. Your education is strong, your competencies, I am sure, will be strong. But as you progress in your practice, to stay grounded and to stay accessible to people and to stay respectful of people that come to you, and to realize that you are doing a duty, you are doing a service, you are doing the sacred duty of helping people get out of their distress, and your interest, self-interest, your personal material gain, your personal wealth expansion, all of this should become secondary and should become just a natural consequence of your work of helping people, and not as a primary role of trying to build your own wealth at the cost of the people who come to you with trust. I am a staunch believer in the law of karma. Law of karma will never let anybody escape. You can escape the law. You can escape the law of the land, but law of karma doesn't let you escape, because in the law of the land, what gets proven is what gets the consequence. But in the law of karma, what is done by thought, words, and action, all of that has a consequence. All right. So, one aspect that I want you to focus on is the question of whether constitution is sufficient for us to lead our life in all dimensions. Maybe a controversial question. I'll create controversy by telling that constitution takes care of one dimension of our life, and it is our responsibility to ensure that we progress on all the dimensions of our life. What dimension of our life is constitution designed to take care? Constitution explicitly tells that it does not interfere in the other dimensions of people's lives. Does constitution interfere with what you do in your home? What you do with your personal life? How you take care of your daily life? No. There are 5 dimensions to our existence: physical, intellectual, emotional, social, and spiritual. Which dimension is constitution taking care of and ensuring that people don't fight with each other? People live by a set of established rules that makes us civilized, that makes us people who are adaptable to the social ecosystems, and all of us comply to a certain set of rules. There are compromises. Now I am hungry, I want food, I see food, I want to take it and eat it. Instinct tells me to do that. But law tells me not to do that, because that will have consequence. Constitution creates the framework of laws which will tell us what is the consequence of socially unacceptable behavior. And what is socially unacceptable is that which might be a problem for others. Now, what I do in my home is not a problem for anybody. Constitution doesn't tell us what I am supposed to do in my home. So I have to take care of my physical dimension. How do I take care of my health, fitness, taking care of my physical body is my job. I need to work on creating that. We need to create systems for that. Taking care of my intellectual dimension is my job. Constitution doesn't tell you what to study, what not to study. It gives you the freedom to learn anything that you want. Intellectual dimension needs to be worked upon by people for themselves, with each other. Emotional dimension. Constitution gives you provision to feel however you want to feel, to do whatever you want to do. To take care of how you deal with your mind, the ups and downs of your emotions, is your job. Constitution doesn't interfere with that. Our emotional dimension is entirely at our discretion. It is not the purview, or it is not within the prerogative or the purview of the law or the Constitution. Social dimension is defined by Constitution. social dimension of our life is what constitution and our law determines and tells that this is the boundary, boss. Within this boundary, do whatever you want. As long as you are not crossing the boundary, you have the freedom. Freedom comes with reasonable restriction, no? All the freedoms that are guaranteed, all the rights that are guaranteed to us comes with reasonable restriction. Nothing is absolute. Right to freedom of expression, it is not absolute. It is subject to morality and social order. So, Constitution defines our social life and we have to abide by it to the word and principle. Both in word and spirit, we have to comply to it, and that is in our good interest. And how we connect with ourselves and how we explore the different abilities and potential that we have and transform that into competencies is our prerogative. It is our spiritual dimension. How we connect with ourselves, how we connect with the nature, how we connect with our faith. All of this Constitution ensures, but it is us, we have to work towards all of this. Now, my question, is Constitution enough for us to progress? Constitution is enough for us to sustain without conflict. Is Constitution enough for us to progress? Constitution doesn't tell you how the structure of Reva University should be. It tells you the boundary. Within this, you can create your own systems. Reva University is a system that has been created to deliver excellence in education. Now, this is a system that needs to be built. I am concerned about the social systems, the systems of people. People have to take charge of their own lives. There is one verse in the Bhagavad Gita which says, Uddared Atman Atmanam na Atmanam avasadayet, Atmaiva Atmano Bandhuhu, Atmaiva Ripuratmanaham. You should take care of your own life. You are the one who is responsible for your life. You have to work towards making yourself progress. You should never criticize yourself. You are your own enemy. You are your own friend. Now this applies to the communities also. This applies to society also. The problem with our country is we have moved on to become too materialistic and too individualistic. The focus has shifted from being community-centric to being personal, individual-centric. Now this has gone deep into the families also. That might be good for you. More materialism, more selfishness, more greed is good because there will be more conflict. Not good for existence of people, maybe good for legal fraternity. More conflict will come to court. Yeah. So how do we ensure that we create systems that will help people take care of their lives? I'll ask you one question. I have a daughter and all of you, there are daughters here. There are people who will have siblings. Answer me, if there is a need for a couple to go out on a holiday for a week, can they find 5 people in whose home they can leave their daughter for a week, irrespective of the age of the daughter? Can they? Will you be able to do that with your children? You have to go out on a holiday for a week and you have to leave your daughter in somebody's house for a week. Think of 5 people in whose home you can leave them. If there is a crime, law will come into picture and punish. To ensure there is no crime, it is the responsibility of the society. It is our responsibility. We have to organize ourselves into structures and systems where we build trust. Trust is not within the framework of law. Trust by contract is within the framework of law. I trust you. You breach my trust. I trust that you will not speak behind my back. You go and speak behind my back. I cannot get you punished by law. Can I? But if you have gotten into a contract with me, contract is also trust, no? That is documenting the trust that you have on each other. I trust that you will deliver this service and you trust that I will pay you for that. If either of us breach that contract, law will come into the picture. If there is some crime that happens on a child, law will come into the picture to ensure that the perpetrator of the crime is punished. But is the problem law or the people? It is people's responsibility to ensure that there is no crime, no? Correct? So can we have a community of 100 people, 100 families which can trust each other with their lives? That is progress for me. I have a theory. People don't trust each other, people can't trust each other, and the greatest security for a human being is trust. Go back to 2 generations, 30, 40 years ago, People would go anywhere. You go to anybody's home. You're a traveler, you're traveling, it is night, and you go knock on the door of somebody. They will give you food, they'll give you a place to sleep. You wake up in the morning, you go. Can you do that today? If a stranger knocks at your door in the night, will you open the door to give even a glass of water? Not possible. Not possible. Because people started losing trust as they started moving towards becoming materialistic. We need security, no? A sense of security is what will ensure that we live in peace. Otherwise, the psychological distress that is created will not let us live in peace. We always need to be in a sense of security. I fail in the exam. I rationalize that the paper was tough, my teacher did not teach well, and my stars are not aligning properly. Rationalization. It's a defense mechanism. Psychological defense mechanisms help you come out of the distress of problems. Now, what is the security? You can't trust anybody. You have become too selfish. You have become too greedy. You want to make money, money, money. You keep moving towards your own personal material aspirations, and family no longer continues to be a priority. That is the reason, no? Somebody can make a decision of leaving their aged parents and get out of the country because it's an opportunity. If I don't take up this opportunity, I may not make enough money. So it is okay to compromise taking care of my parents to fulfill my aspiration of a great career. This wouldn't happen earlier. This wouldn't happen for a lot of people even today. I have given up all possible opportunities that has come from anywhere else but my country to be available for my parents at any point of time they need me. Within 2 hours, I should reach them. It's okay, we will all die one day. You might make 100 crore, I might make a 10 lakh rupees net worth. So the definition, the idea of what is right and wrong has constantly changed. Conclusion to this is, we have to take the power of the Constitution and build on the strength of our civilization. Constitution being used for strengthening the civilizational values is the solution for the problems of the world. We move on to become westernized, and we keep on moving towards becoming more materialistic. We are going down the drain. The biggest strength the world has today is the civilizational heritage of India. Tell me another living civilization of the world. Is there any other living civilization in the world? China was a civilization, but China has become a politically dominated country now. It has got a political ideology that drives it. India is the only living civilization, and from the civilizational values of India comes the ideas of equality, fraternity, respect for all, not only human beings. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is an idea of respect for everything that is in this universe, in this world. Isn't it? Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Where is the word manushyaha here? There is no reference to human beings here. Sarve means everything that has life. Everything that has life. Let it be happy, let it be peaceful. Let there be no distress to anything that has life. That is the civilizational heritage that we have. The distorted idea that our country exists from 1947 is the idea that we have to break. Absolute respect for what we have given unto ourselves, the Constitution of India, so that our social life is driven by this sacred document, but our personal lives, our progress is guided by our civilization. We have a huge ocean of civilizational wisdom that we have to imbibe and progress. Such beautiful mindset related things. See, you keep working. Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karmapala hetur bhurmaste sangostva karmani. To do your duty is your responsibility, not you don't have any right to the fruits of action. Don't consider you are the cause of action or don't be the cause of inaction. That this understanding this one thing makes you keep working for your pursuits till the last minute. You will not think whether I will be able to do it or not. You will continue to do your work till the last minute, and you will just leave the results to the whatever circumstances are there. All right. So, as a part of this event and taking this opportunity, I will tell you the solution that we are working towards. This is a vision called Rebuild India. I call this a mission. We have to work on building cooperative and collaborative ecosystems. Systems where people cooperate with each other, collaborate with each other, and progress as a community. The school that the MC mentioned, it is a free educational institution, a free private school. I'll tell this and I'll conclude. It is a free school where children get zero cost education, a private school. Government doesn't give notebooks. We give notebooks also. Notebooks, uniform, shoes, everything is given at zero cost. But the condition is parents have to get the training that we provide them. All these children come from multidimensionally poor families. Now these parents are obligated to get our training. Every Sunday they get trained. Families are trained, these parents are trained to get out of poverty into financial stability. They are being trained in cooperative entrepreneurship. So in this model, which we call SIRI, Social Innovation to Rebuild India, every educational institution that is delivering free education should have an industry associated with it, of which the beneficiary families of free education become stakeholders. They are trained to become entrepreneurs, cooperative entrepreneurs. Now, as they work on becoming cooperative entrepreneurs, they will move from financial stability to financial prosperity. But in this journey, they have transformed their habits, attitudes, and mindset. Poverty is not lack of money. There is poverty, and therefore there is lack of money. If you understand this, very good. Do you understand this? Poverty is not lack of money. There is poverty, and therefore there is lack of money. There is no money. So poverty happens first, and then lack of money follows. The fourth stage for these families is each family should nurture 10 to 15 families in their neighborhood so that they pass on the training that they get. How much time do you think this requires? We have 125 students getting free education, 80 families that are being nurtured, each family having an indirect influence on 15 families, 1,000 families that can be nurtured to come out of poverty into stability and move towards prosperity, overcome the problems that are because of their habits, attitudes, and mindset. Complete transformation of the nation is possible within a span of 5 years. Ivory towers, I was telling you, our schools have become the ivory towers. Constitution allows us to set up schools, educational institutions, private educational institutions, and private educational institutions have become the places of making money. Objectives, schools, I'm specifically talking about schools. If making money becomes the objective, the best business is education. There are a few things: education, healthcare, okay, then your clothing. How do you think shopping has become a hobby? It has been made to become a hobby. There are a lot of issues. People are being pushed into directions which they don't even realize that they are being pushed into. All right. So 4 dimensions: free education to students, families nurtured to come out of poverty into financial stability, further progression from financial stability to prosperity by training the same families on cooperative entrepreneurship, and the same families will become the nodal centers of community transformation by nurturing 10 to 15 families in their neighborhood. And all of this movement will be driven with mothers as the leaders. Intergenerational progression, intergenerational progress, where mothers and elders are being integrated into the economic system. This is a model. This is a model of national development that we have created. The model of national development where people will take charge of their lives. They will not sit and blame the government. Every person in the country has an access to a school within 2 kilometers of their existence. Wherever they are living, within 2 kilometers of their existence, they have a school. If every school in the country decides to be open to the community and not become an ivory tower, not become a closed space, you have so many layers of barriers in the schools. You go to the gate, the security will ask you, who are you? Why have you come here? You have to enter, you have to put a tag, then move, go there. You wait for some time. To meet the principal of the school, people will have to go through stages of scrutiny, which I say is layers of putting them down. The more you are made to wait, you are made to submit. These are all colonial ideas of making you feel inferior to the person that you are meeting. You understand? What Modi ji spoke yesterday about decolonizing the minds of Indians, it is not easy. It is not easy. Things that seem to be so common, so natural, just folding your hands behind your back, bend your head and walk on the stairs in schools. Subjugation. Keep doing that. The person will become fit to be a laborer. Just that one thing that is made in schools. Just put your head down and walk. You should not lift up your head while you are walking. Why? What is the problem there? The people who are making children do that also don't realize. So colonization of our minds is not just at the level of public, it is at the level of policymakers and at the level of people who are executing the systems also, implementing the systems also. So it is multi-layer. My approach is, we will forget about what we will not be able to change. Changing the policy is not within our capacity. If somebody feels that you have to do that, go do that, no problem. Changing the bureaucracy is not our capability. You want to get into civil services, get in and change it at your level, do it. But changing the country is our responsibility, it is our duty, and it is for ourselves that we will do it. We can do it by organizing the community into self-sustaining, self-supporting units. Think about it, our 80 families, the 80 families that are getting free education in our school, they are a community of people who can trust each other. If there is a need for 10 lakh rupees for somebody in this community, each one can put in 10,000 rupees within a day, and a family in poverty can get 10 lakh rupees to take care of their emergency, healthcare need, or whatever is the need. And each one of these people know that the person who has taken this money will give it back. That is the trust, no? That's all. So I would urge all of you, leaders of the future, leaders of the people, leaders of the law, gatekeepers of our constitution, people who will work towards implementing this constitution, understand constitution, though sacred, though very, very important, to be followed in letter and spirit, is not enough to ensure that our nation progresses as a community, as a country of people who can trust each other, who will stand with each other, who will work with each other, and who will ensure that my family, my country, and my people come before my own welfare, before my own comforts. I should be the last. Family before myself, country before my family, and community's interest is beyond self-interest. That's all. The level of security that you can experience is immense. When you can trust people, that is the security that we need to experience. Unfortunately, today's generation has lost the experience of that. Very rarely you find people who have the experience of trust. All the people here, your teachers, all of us have this experience of trust. We have trusted people and we know how comfortable it is to trust people. All right? We need to build that community, and I thank Madam and all the leaders of the institution for giving me this opportunity to share a few thoughts of mine with all of you. And I thank you all for this wonderful audience. Thank you. Namaste.